Morning everyone. How are we doing? I'm about to do a little straight line mission, but this time I won't be needing this. Well, I will, because obviously I've brought it, but it's going in the bag because I won't need to look at it once. Instead, I will be looking at this. We are currently standing right about there, just south of the town of Meltham, which you can see over there, on the very edge of the Pennines, the spine of the country. They're over to our west. And my aim today is to cross the Pennines in as straight a line as possible using just a map. Not even a compass, because I forgot it. Just a map. Last night I sharpened a pencil to within an inch of its life and drew an incredibly thin, incredibly straight line, 6.5 miles long, that finishes, you know, north of Oldham at a pub called the Cross Keys Inn, where I intend to enjoy a pint later.
Is it all good?
I don't like how close some of these contour lines are together. But before that, I think I'm in for a bit of a torrid time. Partly because I'm quite rusty with a map. I'd say the most I used one of these was in about 2001 when I was in Scouts. So a bit rusty on that front. But the main thing that's going to make this difficult is, for the most part, this line just goes over featureless, barren moorland. And that's kind of by design. I didn't really want to be going through farmland constantly because I didn't want to bother with the farmers. I didn't want to have that extra thing to worry about. There is a bit of farmland at the start here and at the end, as you can see. And I think it'll actually be easier to navigate in those areas because of all the stone walls and everything. But it's going to be hard in the middle. And my prediction is that I'm going to go quite badly offline. But we'll see. Should we get going? Now, the start point is supposedly on the edge of this field here. I'm basically on it now. Okay, we've begun. I have started. And the first very crucial task is going to be to figure out what am I aiming for in the distance. Let's have a look. Right, at the moment, I don't know. I can see the edge of a mountain over there, which I think I'm roughly aiming for, but it's on the other side of my map. I need to turn it over. Okay, I'm just to the left of the summit of that. And you can see from the contour lines there that it's just after it starts to dip down. Should probably keep it down a bit. I'm right next to this property. But the good news is I can see already what I'm aiming for. Just about there. And then when we get over this next wall, we're heading for almost the corner of the next field. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay. Now the farmers can do one today. I'm not bothering with them. Having said that though, I am going right by a big farm straight away, pretty much. About 3 fields from now. Where am I in this next field? About here. Yeah, that field's about right. Hopefully no one's up and about just yet. To be fair, I can use these public footpaths as an excuse. I'm doing a little shortcut. Yeah, that works actually. Where are we now? Are we in the... Yeah, we're in the public footpath now. Okay, so that's where we are. Now, we're aiming for that corner. God, we go mightily close to this farm. We've got diggers, we've got vans. But as of yet, no people. Doing a little shortcut, Tom, we're doing a little shortcut. Bloody hell. This is close for comfort. Okay, this next field is the one. Ah shit, we got cows. No one at the farm. Touch wood. So far so good. But now it's the cows I've got to worry about. Any bulls that we can see? F it, man, I'm going for it. They are literally right on my line. This is ridiculous. F it. They're bullocks. Yeah. Hey up. Hello. Hello, boy. Good boy. Good boy. That's the big one. Got this one here, little baby one. I think we're all right. Okay. Farm done and dusted pretty much. Well, we're still on their land, but definitely over the worst of it. Right. Yes, that's right. This right here to my left, this wall here, is a public footpath. And we skirt this. And then, as you can see, we go just to the right of the ruins of that farmhouse. So, yep, this is all adding up. This is going well so far. I wasn't really studying the walls there. I was just sort of aiming for that. I think that's good enough at the moment. I was sort of, contrary to what I said I would do, concentrating on the farm a bit, but I think that's just force of habit, to be honest.
Despite the distractions though, I had managed to stay pretty darn close to the line in this early farmland section. It seemed my initial calibrations were correct, but I wasn't going to be able to depend on them for much longer.
Okay, so now, pretty big farm over on the right, but we're not going in their land. We're going straight up to where that van's just gone by, and there's a whole lot of higgledy-piggledy land leading up to that, isn't there? Lots of ravines and false horizons. This might be a lot trickier because I'm going to lose sight of where I'm going. Let's get off this person's land and then see what the plan is from here. Oh my goodness me. Back to the speed up. Okay, can we see this little junction of walls here just to make sure we're in the right spot? Yeah, I think I can see it. That means I'm a bit to the left then. I should be here. But we're talking a couple of meters. Now, already I'm losing sight of where I'm going. Up there, see that rocky bit? It's disappearing behind the horizon. So I need something else to aim for, I guess. Those three tufts of heather on that yellow coloured brow, that's something I can aim for. And then I guess a number of trees before that. Yeah, I suppose if we break it up bit by bit, that's got to be a good method in the absence of a compass. To be honest, the compass would have just slowed me down. Here we go. Might have some steep terrain today, guys, starting now. Yeah, that is steep. Doesn't help that I forgot the GoPro head strap as well, because I'm fully handed. Not ideal. Yeah. Okay. Shit, what tree was I aiming for? These, I think. Yeah, these trees first. Oh. Next tree, I believe, is that one. That's too steep to walk along. Hello. By the way, I didn't give you an aim in the intro. I don't know. I think, honestly, I think I'll be quite happy if I don't deviate more than 150 meters, something like that. I'll be really happy with 100, ecstatic with 50, and to be honest, flabbergasted. I think in these areas I'll do all right, but up on the moors, I'm expecting deviations, so we'll see. It's not really too much of a competitive thing, this. It's a bit of an experiment. And at the moment, I can't see. I'm trying to look up there to see if I can see those three lumps of heather, but I can't. So it's kind of not going to plan at this moment in time. I'm having to look at the contours in this valley. Ah, I think I can see one of the lumps of heather. Can you see it? About there.
The heather lumps immediately f***ed off again, but I could see that I needed to cross the stream again at this point here, where, not for the first time, I began to question my line plotting prowess.
This looks bloody steep. Shit. Where are the... Oh yeah, I can see the contours actually. Fair enough. I've got to get up there then. Fully handed. It's possible. As long as nothing falls out. That was an awful throw. Shit. Okay. We're up, I think, but that is pretty dodgy. Early doors. Worrying sign.
But once again, the ravine had disorientated me.
Okay. Now I've lost my bearings. I'm waiting to see the mountain again, or the lumps of heather. Are these the lumps of heather? This might be the lumps of heather, yeah. Okay, that's good. I hope so anyway. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, look. That's where I've come from. It's worth looking back as well, I suppose.
I'd actually done all right in the ravine. In fact, the furthest I'd veered from the line was actually before I'd even entered it. Right now, I was hoping that the mountain would reappear, but...
Can't see it. It's hiding behind that next hill. Okay, that's an issue. Now, do we aim for those trees there? Is that about right? Can't see them on the map. Shit, I don't know what I'm aiming for now. I can see a cliff over there on the left, and then to the right there's sort of a stream, a gully, let's call it, and we are to the right of that. Okay, I'm happy to aim for that little triangle, I think. That little triangle there of grass. Let's hop to it, because we're not going quickly here. It's not easy, fully handed. Triangle of grass, here we are. And I think that's worked quite well. And I know that because of the shape of the stream along the way and where I was in relation to it, reinforced it basically. So what's next? Can we see the mountainside? No. A slight issue, but let's see what we can do. There should be a pond for a start, which I'm guessing should just be right here. Now we cross the road on a bend, a very slight bend to the left, so that's helpful. But I really would like to see something to aim for on the horizon, because we can't see the road. That's the problem. Right, what I'm gonna have to do is, and I don't know how accurate this is gonna be, but see exactly where I've come from. So that curve there in that path, right? And then do a 180. How good am I at that? How good are humans at that? Do we have the ability to do that? I reckon we do. Well, I'm looking at where the van is now. That little tuft of heather there, that's what I'm going for. And then when we get to the road, we'll see where along that bend we are. And I've ripped my trousers and I've got cramp. Here's the pond, which we are skirting along the right hand edge of. I hope this isn't a huge swamp. It does look marshy. It does look Marshall Mathers, this. I got away with it. That's fine. And I've lost the moss. Yes, so now we can see it. Brilliant. I think most of you will know by now how energy zapping walking through terrain like this is. But if you're new to the channel, it's energy zapping. But at least we've got a good view. I think that there is the tallest structure in the UK. The Emily Moore television transmitter. Looks like a big middle finger sticking up at me.
Up at the Tufts, I had an important phone call to make.
Hi Tom.
All right, Dad, happy birthday.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, take care now, right?
Yeah, I will, don't worry. I'm not
All right.
I'm not going to die on your birthday. That would be really inconsiderate.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Bye.
Priorities. In other news, is that the summit? We have climbed a lot. Yeah, maybe that's the summit there. We're just to the left of it, aren't we? I'm going to pick a fence post. That one.
Turns out those posts were by the road, And so was a small stream which helped me cross it in roughly the right spot, having veered another 26 metres going up the hill.
I've got to say guys, so far so good. I don't think I've deviated more than, definitely not 50 metres, I'm going to boldly claim. However, this is sort of where we enter the featureless barren landscapes that could be my undoing.
I crossed the little stream again here, along with this fence, and then it was time to turn the page.
I always remember this bit being way harder than it should be, but thankfully it's not windy or raining yet. Okay, I can just do that. That was a piece of piss. What was with all the faffing about when I was younger? Okay, there is a rock. Can you see it halfway down the slope? I think that might be that one. It might not be, but I'm going to say that it is. I think the trick is with this, the moment it disappears, you aim for a spot on the thing that's blocking it. And then when I get to that, it will reappear. There you go, look. That's got to be it. I think I've cracked it. Maybe I can do this really well. Can you imagine? Oh, it's going to be so embarrassing if I actually do straighter than my proper GPS straight line missions. Here we are. The slab. Stunning view up here now. We are high up. This might be the highest point of this jaunt. There's a path here that goes up to the summit, but what can we see over this hill? There should be a zigzag of a wall coming up, which we go right through the middle of. Okay, yeah, I think I can see that. I can also see that mini summit there with the rocks on. That's that on the map. We are basically heading for the crest of that sort of platform there. From there we'll be able to see the reservoir, the Wessendon Reservoir, and the giant cliff that I'll then have to climb. For now though, it's the zigzag. Oh, now what is going on here? They're not walls, they're fences. I reckon that post there, just to the right of that rock. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Beautiful. This is really fun. Oh, I'll take the gap. I will take it. That is just meant to be, isn't it?
The landscape up ahead, however, was looking decidedly barren.
Shit. I think what I might have to do is use that look back along that, even though it is almost invisible.
But a few yards later, when the fence completely disappeared from view, I realised I'd run out of clever ideas.
I'm just guessing. I am just guessing, guys. There's no good looking back. I know where I've come from, but I haven't got a clue where I'm going. So looking back is pretty useless now. Partly because I didn't utilise those stones a bit better. Maybe I could have lined up a couple of stones, but I didn't. So I really am just going off my nose now.
But just as I was starting to lose faith, I figured something out.
Okay, I've just been looking at the map and looking at that very steep ravine over there. And there's some rocks, there's a dark patch there with some rocks. And I think that's worryingly right on my line. You know, I've been comparing it to that little valley and that valley over there, and that does seem right. Terrifying, but hopefully correct. But we'll see when we get down there. Oh God, didn't really want to put myself in danger today on such a light-hearted challenge, but I think it'll be all right. Might have to deviate slightly. Look at that, there's the res. Beautiful. That there, believe it or not, is the Pennine Way, the most probably famous hiking trail in the country. And this is where we've got some good clues now. The path itself isn't too much of a clue because it's just very straight, really. We can also see a stream down there, two streams, and a little, see that little box there? I was looking for a hut but it's just a random square fence. What is that for? I don't know. Maybe there's an incredibly rare plant in the middle of that. But yeah, we don't have to think much here. Just aim for those rocks. Listen to that though first. My health bar's just gone up 10%. It 20. I'm aiming right through the middle of that black patch there. Oh shit. Oh, that's all you need just before you climb up that. I've changed my mind about going to the right though. I'm actually going to go up here because I think that's more where the line is. Right there, look. That's where I'll go. Fuck me, that's steep. Bleeding heck. Yeah, see there are rocks, you just can't see them. Should really have the map in the bag, to be honest.
The steepness continued up this near vertical wall of heather before slowly but surely petering out. But had I made the right call going to the left of the cliff? No. Going to the right probably would have been a much smaller deviation. But at least I'd managed to figure out early on that the cliff was on my line, because that made my valley crossing a very accurate one. And as for the barren section before it, well, that's just astonishingly straight. I think we've got to put that partly down to luck.
I can see a lot now of where I've just come. Yeah, I suppose I can line up the edge of the peak with the stream, where I cross the stream. The problem now is looking this way. So at the moment, all I can do is do one of these and literally just pick a tuft of heather. So I'm going to aim for that little tuft of heather there, that little nipple, and go from there. But that's literally all I can do for now, because coming up on the map, which we can now flip over by the way, is absolutely nothing really for half a mile. We do have some fences or walls in about half a mile, but yeah, it's barren now, so wish me luck.
Over at the nipple though, it was slim pickings.
Shit. I can't aim for the cloud, I can't aim for where the mountainsides meet because that'll change. So I honestly don't know. And the problem is here, if I go out by 2 or 3 degrees in a mile's time, I don't know what the maths is there, but I'm going to be out by 300, 400 meters. And at that point, I may completely lose the line. That's the danger. Just completely, just not even knowing whether I'm right or left of the line, and just it going to complete pot. So I really want to avoid that happening. There is something on the very horizon. I don't know what it is. A tree maybe? I'm aiming for that. And even that might not be online. That's the thing. Sorry to keep going on, but that's just using the zhuzh, the 180 zhuzh judge technique. And I've lost it. This is where a compass would come in handy. I could take a bearing and follow that bearing, but we don't have one, sadly.
I picked a blonde tuft of grass in line with my faraway tree and aimed for that.
That's it. That's literally what I was looking at.
And then it was just a case of rinse and repeat.
Okay, another little tuft. I can see another little tuft. There's that tuft. It's amazing how small they are, isn't it? I'm hoping that soon we get to these fences. They should be soon. What a remote, barren moorland this is though, guys. On another note, and quite morbidly, this is where, well, very close to where a lot of murder victims were buried in the 1970s by the infamous serial killer Ian Brady and Myra Hindley, his accomplice. Lots of them were buried over that way on Saddleworth Moor, which is sort of connected to this. And although lots of the bodies were recovered, I think 1 or 2 were never found. So look out for a hand, you know, coming out of the... No, that's in bad taste.
But then I did see something protruding out of the ground that might just save my bacon.
Huh, I'm wondering, is that a grouse butt? Got another one there. And a stream. I think we may have reached this bit here. So I don't know what happened to those fences. There weren't any, or walls. But if we're at those grouse butts, which one? Oh, unless we're there over to the right. And we do have a rolled up fence over there. So for the first time, I'm heading away from what I thought was the line. I'm heading sidewards rather than straight on, because I strongly believe now that we are to the right of the line. So what we should get to, evidence of a fence. That would be that fence here. Look, this is the corner of the fence. That is in the ground. Look, that's where the fence once stood, and that's the corner post. Oh wait, the only thing is about that, where's this stream? I don't see this stream on the map. Oh no. It's not on the map as a stream until further down there, but you can see the ravine, look, by looking at the contours, the little nipples. Stop saying nipple, Tom. The little peaks in the contours. So we're bob on, guys. We are bob on the line. Uncle Bob, right on the line. Let's go.
This vital recalibration put an end to what was a bizarrely straight but ultimately calamitous trajectory, and in doing so injected me with some confidence that I might actually smash this challenge. Maybe it was a bit too much confidence.
No, that's a bad idea, because I've got to look on the horizon constantly, and that means not looking at the floor, and that means rolling my ankle. And we've got some really important missions coming up. Don't want to be injured for those.
For a while I was bang on the money.
Yeah. We should be just there, but you can clearly see this stream on the map. There's the grouse butt. Okay, now I can line up the grouse butt with the side of the summit and aim for the next tuft.
Then I entered a series of small streams and gullies, which I was actually hoping I could use to my advantage by matching the odd one up to the map, but they were proving to do more harm than good.
Wait, what? I'm aiming for completely different trees now. What's going on? Shit. I may have gone off here. I've buggered that up. How have I lost sight of the trees I was aiming for? I know what's happened. I've gone in a dip. I've come out the other side and I've mistaken that one for that one. So I'm probably to the left of the line now, potentially by quite some way.
Except I hadn't gone very far left at all, and I was now about to overcompensate by veering wildly right. The deeper into the streams I ventured, the more confused I became.
Depends if this counts as a stream. This might not count as a stream. I think there has to be flowing water. I don't know. I don't bloody know anymore. That's got to be on the map. Let's see. I don't know. I've lost track of it all. Okay, that's definitely a stream. And that, I think, is the tree I've been aiming for. I'm not even 100% sure. I know that sounds shit, but I've gone in and out of so many ravines, and then when you pop out, things look different. I'd be surprised at this point if I hadn't gone quite badly off, because I've been going for ages. There is a couple of paths coming up. They've got to be soon. Please God, let them be soon. And there is a main bend that my line is supposed to pass through, so let's see if we hit that.
Sure enough, 100 or so yards later,
there's the path. That is a path. That is a path if ever I saw one. Right next to this fence, parallel.
But the question was, how badly had I gone wrong?
Moment of truth is, where are the bends in the fence? There's one up there, and I think that's where we're meant to be, unless we're even further away somewhere else. But I think we've got to go to that junction there. Yeah, we've got to do it. It's a bit of a risk, you know. Usually with the GPS I go, oh shit, yeah, we're to the south, let's get back up north. But here I've got to sort of trust that my realization is a correct one. But I'd say we're 100 meters from where the fence turns. Not great, but if that's the worst we do today, I'll be happy, I think. Oh, feels good to walk on a path. That is a treat. Feels naughty though. Okay, there it is. Oh God, there's so much fucking barren moorland to go.
There was a fair chunk left, but we were past the bulk of it. If I could navigate my way past this ravine and over this man-made ditch without deviating more than I had before the fence, which was precisely 112 metres by the way, I could call this thing a success. Once again there was bugger all to aim for, but another 180 sweep and 2 little trees later, an object appeared on the horizon.
See those 2 structures on the horizon? 2 sort of cage-like things? I'm aiming for the left one of that.
This big curving gully matched up perfectly with the map, and it was the same story down at the ravine.
I think we're right. In fact, I think the line goes straight over that little bend there. Am I just deluding myself? I could be way off, couldn't I? And I'm just seeing what I want to see on the map. I just don't know.
But that's exactly what I was doing.
Ah, a grouse butt. Is there one here though? Yes. Yes, there is. Yeah, I think we're bang on it, guys.
Turns out my 180 sweeps aren't very accurate at all, and the cage that I'd been aiming for was a hefty 8 degrees out.
Ah, the cage. Okay, good. Plan now, aim for that cage, and then we should have a big ditch, and we're going conveniently through the gap in it. If we can pop out of that gap, I'll be absolutely laughing, because after that, guys, we're descending down into the last stretch of farmland and we won't have long to go. Right, here's the cage that I've been aiming for probably a mile now, best part of. Be interesting to see how online this is. Here it is. I don't know what it is. Probably to do with hunting, isn't it? Listen. Someone's shooting. Someone's inside the grouse butt, potentially. Just shooting away. Hope it doesn't land on me.
One last nipple later.
Okay, I think this is the nipple. Oh, now look at this view. Oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. I just noticed 2 very significant things at once. Firstly, that looks to be a summit, a trig point, which would be the Sykes Pillar, Broadstone Hill. Over there, we've got an incredible view of Manchester. That is amazing, with all its shiny skyscrapers. In the distance behind that, you can literally see Snowdonia. You can literally see the mountains of Snowdonia.
The trig point over to my right pulled me back on course, but there was still time for a bit more confusion.
I don't know where this ditch is, this ford. Maybe I've been through it.
My clever idea to try and identify faraway roads and buildings was quickly quashed.
None of it's on the map.
But then,
Wait, there's a wall over there, isn't there? That's a dry stone wall, gotta be. Okay, I feel like we're not too bad. Let's get down there and see.
and then something I hadn't seen for a very long time.
People, look, they're on the path. How you doing? You alright?
Been drawing lines.
I have, funnily enough, I have drawn a line straight across the Pennines, well, 6 miles.
I know a lot of people who do that. Are
Yeah,
you
yeah.
sticking to your line?
I'm trying to stick to the line, but without a GPS system. So
Okay.
just a map,
Okay.
Right.
and it's quite obviously.
We're lost, obviously.
I think I am. I think I am.
Yeah, John,
I mean,
John.
it's so featureless up there.
Yeah.
I had nothing to like go off, just the odd stream or.
Yeah. No,
But
that is tricky.
It is, yeah.
As long as you don't climb over walls and fences, that's fine with me.
Are you farmers?
No, but we have got land here, and the farmer who's here.
We've just been talking about the farmer though as well, haven't we?
We have,
About how
yeah.
he's been a bit aggressive at times.
Has it? Yeah, yeah.
So which pub are you heading to?
Is it the Cross Key?
Cross Keys, yeah. Well, yeah, you're
Nearly there.
You know,
yeah.
Nearly there, yeah.
actually,
I know that Sykes Pillar must be that thing over there.
yeah, that's correct.
out of
yeah,
view
yeah,
now.
Yeah, yes.
So maybe I'm near.
Yeah.
In
you're
fact,
right,
if
yeah.
I look at the shape of this path,
Yeah.
it bends here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that could be. I don't know. Maybe we are right there.
You are.
In which case, I've managed to just pop out of the wrong.
Bob on.
Bob on, yeah, sweet.
You are Bob on.
Great.
Yeah.
Call me Bob. I'm Bob on.
Yeah, hold on, Bob.
I think you deserve a fine.
Yes, I will. I'll take you up on that.
Enjoy.
We're going down the same way, but just as slightly.
I'll see you at the pub then, gents. and bob on, guys. The only problem is he might ring his farmer friend. I wonder if he will, because I think he's seen my videos. Lovely guys, but he isn't a fan of the trespassing, which is fair enough. I get it, believe me, I get it. But I'm just wondering whether he'll... Oh, his phone's out. No. But just the fact that the farmer down here can be aggressive doesn't bode too well, because there are a dozen fields I have to do, and it is lambing season. You know, there could easily be a farmer here, guys, that could end it for me at the last hurdle.
In other news, I was no longer bob on, having veered carelessly right during my chit-chat.
Shit, yeah. I think I should be over there. I saw those rocks on the map, and then Broadstone Clough, which must be this. So I'm, you know, might be 50 yards off here. It's not the end of the world, but let's get back on track. Ah, there's a church down there. The church, I believe, is just to the right of where I'm going. So that's something loosely to aim for. I'm nervous, man. I'm a bit nervous about this farmer now. Aggressive sheep farmer. Oh, fuck him, man, if he's going to be aggressive. But I am being naughty, though, equally. God, I'm so busy talking, I didn't even notice we are heading straight for the corner of this fence and this wall. We're bang on line, guys. So if we are, then, let's aim for something else. That tree. That double conifer tree. Something to just fixate on while we're racing through the fields. Okay, here goes. Can't see the blokes, can't see a farmer, so I'm just going for it. Here we go. Shit, I need to turn the map around. I didn't think of that. So I'll just do it now. F it. I can see the blokes, they're up there, look. They will be watching me. They're going to watch me climb over this wall for sure. And I do see a vehicle there. Let's go in this gap here. Okay, here we go. I can't hear anything, so that's a good sign. So many walls to get through. There's an absolute sea of them, look. I'm not looking at the map, guys, it's going to slow me down. I'm just going for that double tree. Shit, I can hear something now. Got a feeling I might get copped, you know. I can hear an engine. I think he might be coming over to me.
As long as you don't climb over walls.
Seems to be getting louder. It might just be a plane, to be fair. To be honest, you can tell this farmer doesn't like trespassers. He's got some tall fences, not least this one. Quick look at the map. No, I'm not on public footpath. Thought I was. No such luck. Come on then. A couple more fields to go. This is where I could be copped, but I'm nearly there. That's got to be the farm. Defo. Let's just get out of it quick. Wait, that's the pub. Shit, I've been aiming slightly off, but that's okay. Onto the road. Public footpaths, don't mind if I do. We did go off there, guys, to the left. Unfortunately, those trees were slightly off, but now we're online. And here we go. And there we go. Oh, he's upstairs. Oh my god. Mission complete, guys. That was great fun. Really different to anything I've done before. Well, not that different, let's face it. Managed to evade the farmers at the end there. Whether those two blokes will catch up with me remains to be seen. But the question is, how far did I deviate? Well, I'm gonna have to wait till I get home to find out. For now, pint. Hello, how you doing? Can I get a pint of Guinness, please?
Certainly can.
Cheers.
Look like a man that needs one.
I am a man that needs one. Definitely. Thank you.
Enjoy.
I'll enjoy that, yeah. Cheers. Oh, yes. I live by the light, wrapped up like a douche. I hold my boner in the night. Cheers. Right, let's take a look, shall we? How did I do? That ain't too bad, is it? That's kind of what I expected. Oh, that's a bit bad at the end. I am disappointed with that. I let the farmer fear take over and I put my trust in the wrong tree, didn't I? What's the damage there? 69 giggity. That is bad. The first section is great. I'm really proud of that. So my techniques were working pretty well there. I was aiming for the right spot. Went off there, but still in platinum. All the way up to the road. Ah, that's annoying. Just outside of platinum, just before the road there. Not quite sure why I veered in that particular spot. Next section is fantastic though. Through the zigzag across it, that bit's amazing. I was really guessing there. For the first time, I was really guessing. 50 metres off at the climb. That, I know it's about 15 degrees out, but that is an impressively straight line, isn't it? Using my tuft to tree technique. I'm really pleased with that. It's just a shame that it was completely wrong. But I corrected myself. That's good, isn't it? That must be where the picket fence was. Did alright for a bit and then went really badly wrong here. How on earth did I manage that? Was that the cages? Don't know, but that's 113 metres off. Corrected myself at that path, but then went really badly wrong here at the ravine. Following the wrong streamy things there. And that set me on the wrong path for quite some time, and that's got to be the biggest deviation. Is it over 150? No, 129. I'll take it. I will take it. It was that featureless. Then it was the cages, back on track. Went off here after chatting to the blokes. I knew I did that. Got back on track and then stuffed up the ending. Picked the wrong trees. All in all, guys, that is better than what I expected it would be. I didn't think I would go quite so well on the bits where I actually had stuff to go off. I didn't think I'd go that straight. Ignore the end section, because that was rushed. The moorlands, I didn't really know what would happen. It was hard, just like anticipated. But actually, looking at it, I'm quite proud of that. I said 150 at the start. I'm calling that a success.